Sounds. Since the high-quality PA300 sounds are the basis of the styles and your playing, in this chapter we'll look at the sounds in depth. When the instrument is first turned on, the default style is unplugged ballad 1, and a stereo piano sound is across the whole range of the keyboard. To select a sound, touch the upper 1 area in the upper right corner of the screen containing the name of the current sound, Grand Piano RX. Touch any sound on the screen to select the sound you want, for example, G Piano Stack 2. Press Exit to return to the main screen. You can also press the Sound button from the group of selection buttons to open the same sound selection window. The screen displays 8 sounds at a time, but you can access more sounds by touching the tabs along the bottom. Pressing the Sound Selection button repeatedly steps through the tabs. The sounds are grouped in categories which can be selected using the tabs on the left and right. Additional groups of sounds can be accessed with the tabs along the top. Make sure you're on the Factory tab. Select the Strings and Vocal category. You'll notice there are 4 pages of sounds, but touching this arrow takes you to more pages. Go to page 6 and select Scat Voices RX2. How hard you play the notes, or velocity as it is called, can create significant changes in a sound, not just making the sound louder and brighter. In this case, switching between several different vocal nuances. Touch Legacy at the top of the screen. Go to the Organ category and select Perk Short Decay. There's a rotary speaker effect on this program. Pushing the joystick forward changes the speed. No need to hold it. In fact, the PA300 has a huge library of effects like chorus, distortion, etc. that can be used to enhance the keyboard and accompaniment tracks. Effects will be explained in detail in the Styles chapter. Press Exit. You can have up to 3 sounds in the upper range and 1 sound in the lower. Let's combine some sounds. For the upper 1 sound, touch Factory, and from the Piano category, select Grand Piano RX. Press Exit. Notice that the screen shows that upper 2 and 3 are muted. Touch here to unmute upper 2. And now upper 3. The split button is off, so even though these 3 sounds are referred to as upper 1, 2, and 3, they are playable across the entire range of the keyboard. Press the split button, and now the 3 upper sounds are above the split point, and you now have access to the lower sound. Let's choose a different sound. Touch the lower sound name, and then either touch it again or press the Sound Selection button. Go to the Synth Pad category, choose Warm Pad, and press Exit. By the way, when the style is stopped, you'll notice that even if lower is muted, the lower sound will play as well as the bass sound from the style. This is called bass and lower backing, and is very useful for playing introductions to songs. However, if you wish, you can disable this function in Global. We'll look at this in the Global Media chapter. Let's make some more changes. You can quickly bring all the upper sounds down 1 octave by pressing the upper octave minus button. You can even go to the Subscale tab and change to a different scale, such as Arabic. Set it back to equal. Let's adjust the level of upper 3. Touch the Volume tab to display and adjust the volumes. Touch in the upper 3 volume area. Now use the value dial to adjust the level. Another way is to directly touch and drag the slider on the screen. We can save the keyboard track setup we've created to one of the performance locations. A quick way is to hold down any one of the performance buttons until the right screen appears, where you can name it and choose the bank and location to save to. We won't do that right now, so touch Cancel, and let's take a closer look at performances. It's important to understand the difference between a sound and a performance. As we saw earlier, sounds are used individually or combined together for your keyboard tracks. We used a sound from the piano category for upper 1, a sound from the synth pad category for lower, etc. Sometimes your keyboard tracks might be a layer of 3 sounds on the top plus a sound in the lower, or it could simply be one sound in the upper. Whatever your keyboard tracks are, including the levels, panning, effects, etc., they can be saved and recalled as a performance. Think of the performances as a library of your favorite keyboard track setups. On the right, there are 6 performance buttons. These open up a selection of performances that you can choose from the display. For example, press Winds and select Sweet Alto Sax. As you can see, there are several provided by KORG. These tabs take you to more groups of 8 performances. You can also repeatedly press the performance category buttons to advance through the tabs. Press Exit. Press the My Setting button. This button accesses your most favorite performance and is the first one selected when you turn on the PA300. It's currently a stereo piano across the whole keyboard, but you can set it to be whatever you like to use the most. That might be a layer of electric piano and strings, a split of organ and guitar, etc. It's a fast and easy way to jump to your favorite setting while performing. Let's make a quick edit to my setting. Unmute upper 2 so we have a layer of piano and synth pad. Now hold down the My Setting button until the write screen appears. Touching OK on the screen would continue the write process and write over the current setting. For now, touch Cancel to keep the original My Setting unchanged. Touch the STS Name tab. Each style has 4 keyboard tracks saved with it. These are called single touch settings and are selected using the 4 STS buttons under the screen. When saving a style to the songbook, if you want, you can change them by using a performance or by editing or creating your own. This will be explained in the songbook chapter. Sounds are also used by the different tracks of the style accompaniment. For example, the bass track might use a synth bass sound, another track might use an electric piano sound, etc. This will be explained in the styles chapter. So basically, the keyboard tracks, performances, single touch settings, and style tracks are all accessing the same library of sounds inside your PA300. And there are hundreds to choose from, so the possibilities are endless.